Woo! Let's go, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Piling in here. We got stuff to do today. It's going to be a good one. I like this map. Let me just throw that out there. I like this map. This is a nice map. That's a nice boulder. That's for sure. Chillin', Baby Luke, Cody, Hoonigan. What's up, guys? Welcome on in here. I'll let you guys get through the ad. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going to do a playthrough on this map. I'm sorry. We're doing a playthrough on this map. Playing on like next Thursday, probably be a playthrough unless there's another map that comes out. And if so, if another map does come out, we'll do playthrough Wednesday and farm build Thursday. I'm going to do a playthrough on this map. I like this map. I've been waiting on a good map that I like. I like this map. We'll do a quick little tour tonight. Show you some of the stuff that I noticed that stands out to me as being really freaking cool. The way it's done. All right, you guys ready? Say hi if you're seeing me, if you're done with the ad. Done with the ad. Guys, I do apologize with YouTube's new ad format. There is more ads than there used to be. And it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. I can only turn it down so much. Johnny, Josh, there's Cody. Go behind the second red barn, the alfalfa field. We'll take a look at that. We will take a look at that. Troy, hi. How you doing, man? Welcome in, guys. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm amped on this map. I am amped. All right. So this is your starting farm. It's not a bad farm at all. I have a few things that I aim to change with this build before we do any of the map-related stuff. I love this horse barn. We're going to talk a lot about this horse barn. I love this horse barn. Cow barn's really nice. Really good one. Sheep barn here. I'm not into sheep. I'll probably get rid of that. This barn here is nice. We're going to change the silo system. As much as I can say that I don't mind the that style of silo system, if I have a choice, I will go with something else. And I think we're going to have plenty of space here to be able to do what we want. We can even dig into the field here a little bit. You said there's an alfalfa field over here. Let me take a quick little peek at that. We'll take a look at all the crops on this map. By the way, the layout, everything kind of slinging into the right. I like that. It's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. Nice change from all the roads being straight up and down. That's such a small thing that I feel like adds a ton. And it also makes your workers sometimes might struggle with that. So keep that in mind. I haven't played around with the workers on this map, but I feel like the workers are like this long stretch here on 30. They might have a bit of a hard time with that. They might not like that line. So crops. You got all your regular crops. You have rye, which has been added, which I don't see planted anywhere, which is okay. Peas. That's a nice addition. Peas. I can't believe nobody ever does peas. That's a good one. And alfalfa, which, like Cody said, there's an alfalfa field on 3. Alfalfa is basically done the same way as grass, if I'm not mistaken, right? Just gets mowed, I believe. Really cool. Really cool. Anyway, so this is your main farm starting out. Really nice farmhouse, by the way. Let me go ahead and take a second to appreciate that. And all of these are placeables too. So let me show you that real quick. Ever seen this map? It's a nice map. It's a nice map, Hooney. It's a nice map. Let me take a look here. If I go to animals, on cows, you have the red barn that we have right here. I said it's nice. And then you got this nice little old barn. It's a nice little 50 head barn. That's kind of optimistic with 50. I don't think you're fitting 50 cattle in there. You probably fit like 10. Something like that. Horses. This is probably the nicest horse stable placeable that I've ever seen. We'll take a quick little tour of that here before I go exploring the rest of the map. We'll walk through both of those barns. Pigs. There is a little pig barn. Holds 108. I believe 108 pigs can fit in there. If you stuff them in there wall to wall, probably, but that's optimistic. That's okay, though. That's okay. I'm not going to overly criticize capacity because some people do like higher capacities. So, yes, I added the 1025 to this map for that reason. I'm going to use this as a bit of a test bed for the 1025. I think I have a good idea with that. I have an idea for the build. You'll see. You'll see. So that's cool. Little sheep barn. Chickens. Did he have a chicken? Yeah, there's a little chicken coop. I'm not a fan of that one. I'll say that though. There's better ones on the mod hub. I believe this one's on the mod hub. This one's pretty nice. Basically the same thing, but I think it looks a little bit better. The red barn pack has this one, which I really do like. This is a nice little chicken coop. If you want something smaller, trying to think, fenceless husbandries. I mean, you could always do that one, and that's nice and small. The ranch set extension from Elk Mountain, if you're on PC, this is a good one. Really small coop, holds 40. 82 Studios is back. Oh, that's cool. I actually didn't know that he was gone. I'll be honest with you. Haven't kept up with it well enough. Yep. So that's that. And then farmhouses. Real quickly show you that. The Alma, Missouri farmhouse. I want all of these barns to be a placeable pack. That would be amazing. I don't think you could go in the house. Let me just quickly verify that before I say that. No, you can't go in the house. Is the garage door openable? No. I would like to see that added. That would be cool. Add the... I don't need a full interior on the house, but like make the garage usable. That would be really nice. Would I ever make a map? I've considered it. I'm probably not, because the time commitment involved in making a map is even more than time commitment in making a mod, and you see how long it's taken me to make a mod. This little garden shed's cool. I believe it's in decoration. Let me check that before I confirm that. Decoration... No, I don't see that. Oh, it's just a base game. Just a base game garden shed. Which, that's fine. That's fine. That'll work. Okay, let's go do a quick little tour through the animal barns, because these are really cool and really, really worth talking about. You have even a little milking station in here. Cool. This would be you got all your stalls, all looking nice. Big drive-through middle section here. Very realistic, like very, very realistic American-style cow barn. Literally at my work. So like the company I work for bought the farm right next to it. It wasn't really getting used anymore, and they have cow parlors exactly like this. Exactly like this. Like, we had to go in and remove the stalls and everything to make it we use it for storage, for like almost like warehouse storage. A bunch of pallets of stuff stacked up in there. Really, really, really cool barn. This is very typical. I did not check. Let me check real quick to see if there's color configs, because that would be amazing if there's color configs. That would make it one of my favorite cow barns. So we have no color configs. God, that would be... Nope. Okay. That's okay. That's still... This is probably one of the nicest barns that I've seen. Strength. Oh boy. Yeah, I haven't kept up real close with 82 Studio. Hope he's doing okay though. Doing shots on stream though is probably not advisable. Probably not advisable. That's his business, not mine. So, sheep barn's pretty simple. There's really not a whole lot to it. It's a sheep barn, you know. It's a nice sheep barn. I don't do sheep, so if you're into sheep, though, that's a nice option for you. Now we have horse stables. This is again probably the nicest horse stables I've ever seen. If you could open these stall doors, elite level, not even close. Nothing could even start to compare. I love this side door. This is cool. Is there... I wonder if there's a button somewhere to open all the stable or all the stall doors, because these look like they're modeled. I mean, this is 10 out of 10 to me. This is 10 out of 10 horse stables to me. Even without that. If this switch to be able to do something would be really cool. I imagine it's just automatic lights in here. I don't want to skip ahead times to check, but I imagine these are automatic lights because I haven't seen a switch anywhere. Yeah, you have a little arena in here. You have a freaking arena. Can you open these doors? Nah, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. You know, I wish you could open more of these doors and do some more of this stuff, but I mean, this is still really freaking cool. This is probably one of the... This is the nicest horse stable I've ever seen. This is the nicest horse stable we have right now. I want this in a pack. Bad. Bad. I might have to, like, make it a part of a pack myself so I can use it on other farm builds until it comes out, because I love this. This is nice. Big, huge windows on the side, too. Like, this is a nice stable. That basically wraps up the main farm here. I'll quickly peek in here so you can see. It's just the, I believe this is the OKU's mods one. I believe. Which is to say it's a good shit. I could be wrong, though. Could be wrong on that. Good shit. It might be the, who's this one by? This is by... Not that one. Big Pole Barn. It's by somebody. It's somebody else's. BC Bueller, maybe? One of BC Buellers? No, maybe not. I'm thinking it's okay to use Mards. Big Pole Barn pack. It's this one. Big Pole Barn pack. Same one. Yeah, really nice though. It's a good shed. Let's go do a quick little itty bitty map tour for those that haven't seen the map. I'm not gonna go slow by no means. I'll just kind of do like flyover style. We'll kind of go counterclockwise and back here. I want to check down there, and that area right there in particular is amazing. Can't go that way. That's the edge of the map. Shame, because like that looked... I literally ran into the edge of the map because it looked right. It looked right. So well done. This is going to be your BGA, I believe. You know, there's another farm here, I believe purchasable, if you wanted to make this your farm. Let's check before I make claims that I can't keep. Yep, you can buy this plot of land, and if you want to use this as your farm... Slow myself back down. You might not be able to open the doors until you buy the land, I assume. That's okay. Nice clutter of junk everywhere. The equipment you start with is pretty decent, by the way. I sold it all already, so I can't show you that. But yeah, you could buy this plot. I imagine all the doors will open once you buy it. So that's cool. This is going to be... What is this barn? Oh, that's the pig barn. See, this is going to be basically a little pig farm if you want to do pigs. Continuing on. Speed it up. Honestly, the fact that it's a 2x is fine. You can't tell that it's a 2x map. It feels like a 4x. It really does. The borders make it feel way bigger than it is. I appreciate that. Sawmill. You got, I imagine this is another spot you could buy if you wanted to start super small for some reason. Yeah, you could buy this whole corner if you wanted to. If you wanted to start with the sawmill and then like make this like your starting house, you could do that. I imagine you'll have to add like a sleep trigger or whatever, but yeah, totally do that. Stuff like that for roleplay is huge, guys. Like if you want to do like a lawn care series or something like that, that's a great way to do it. Right here, you could buy the entire strip of the town for $36,000, which is super cheap. $63,000 for the sawmill. Back over at Field 10, it's $204,000. If you sell your main plot, that's $620,000. The extra field you have, Field 8, is $209,000. So you can make a lot of money if you wanted to sell your main plot and then just start small. Up there. That'd be cool. Yeah, it's in euros, sorry. I need to change that. This would be an amazing map for the emergency pack. Like if you're looking to do emergency pack stuff, this will be great. This will be solid. If you want to do some lawn care RP, buy the town, and then just come in and do, like, mow yards for the people in town, right? Like, there you go. And, I mean, you'll have the entire town. Basic. I mean, you can't get on this side. Right here's the border. But, like, you can't tell that this half of town isn't accessible. Like, for all intents and purposes, this looks like the town. This is, tomato ketchup plant? Interesting. So you can sell your tomatoes. Little ketchup plant. You can sell your tomatoes here. That's cool. I like that. It's a nice touch. That's a custom placeable. I have not seen this building on any other map, I don't think. I could be wrong. Maybe it's on another one, but propane, methane. What do you sell here? This is gonna be methane selling station. Interesting. Haven't seen that before. I don't think. Close to the border in construction mode. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you could, if you're in build mode though, I think you could. I have the landscape anywhere mod on, so let me just test that real quick. Let me put painting landed. Oh, I don't have anywhere on. Okay. Land is not owned by you. So if I buy the land, though, I should be able to landscape like all the way up to this street, basically. Because it doesn't go away until I get to there. So you can pretty much landscape all the way up to the border if you wanted to put like cut grass in or something like that. Instead of like actually having to mow the whole yard or whatever. You could probably do that. For you RP video guys. I don't know what this is, but I kind of wish you could... oh, it's a fire station. I wonder... Okay, I gotta buy this. I gotta buy the town. We gotta buy the town. Because I gotta know, are these doors openable if you buy the town? If so, there's your fire RP. Nope, unfortunately. Can't open the doors. Is this a little car wash down here? Oh, that's cool. Oh, and you can use the pressure washers. Wow, nice touch. That's a really nice touch. That's a nice touch. Cool. You could even pull in and get air for your tires or whatever for your RP videos. There's even a pressure washer here if it doesn't fit inside the thing. That's cool. Yeah, that's a very neat touch. I have not seen that before. There's even a field right there, so like you could buy that field or whatever and pretend like you own the car wash or whatever. Cool. Again, like very nice. This town is amazing. This is your livestock dealer. Looks great. Looks like unlike any other livestock dealer I've seen. I can't even tell if it's really anything different, but it looks different, so that's nice. Like none of the regular base game assets are really being used here. Like most of this stuff is custom or brought over from another map or whatever. Basketball court here. This is a base game asset, but like, how often do you see a basketball court in the towns that you play on? It's not very often. It would shock you how infrequent it is. This is a production plan of some sort. What's this one? Got a dairy and a bakery. That's cool. Dairy and a bakery combined in one building. Diner across the street is a sell point. Like, I feel like driving into this town to sell stuff is going to feel really cool. It's going to feel really cool. That's going to be your tailor. And then the pizzeria right next to it. That's cool. Cool. Probably a big grain sell point here, I imagine. Just another one over here, I would guess. With all the propane tanks everywhere. That's cool. Probably for corn drying simulation, right? Or drying, running dryers. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, this is a fantastic town area. Like, really good town. Yeah, this is a really nice shop too. I'm not sure where your equipment spawns. I imagine back here somewhere in this back parking lot would make the most sense. Is this door openable? No. That would have been cool. My only complaint, I guess, then is I want more doors that I can go inside of. But, like, if that's my only complaint, you did well. Right here is going to be your workshop trigger. Yeah, I kind of like the feeling of being able to pull, like, into the back of the shop to get my stuff worked on. But, I mean, that's minor. That's minor. Most of the stuff you're going to fix is going to be at your own farm anyway, so we're talking small detail there. Just beef up your farm for that kind of stuff, you know? More town area. All looks really good. This is another shop here you can go in, isn't it? Yeah. No, it's not a real door, is it? Okay, that might be, this might be a glitch. I kind of feel like this might get fixed because I kind of flew right through that door. I might be stuck in it. Might be stuck in it. Oh, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, I feel like that might be a small issue there. That one you should definitely be able to get into. Do I own the land? Or am I just talking on my ass? I might be just talking on my ass. Nah, I own the land. I should be able to open those doors. That would be cool. Minor thing. And then, yeah, this is, like you just said, grass farm. This is a really cool farm. I like the feeling of this. It's a nice house. It's not the same house we already looked at, is it? No, that's different. Can I buy this one? Can I build this one, I should say? That's got to be another mod, right? I have a sleep trigger if you buy it. I'll buy it and sell it right away. No, no sleep trigger. Okay, so this is decorative. That's okay. Just a regular static, and that's why you can't buy and place it. Kind of a shame. Like there's some, like, I can nitpick it with stuff like that, but it's really not fair to the map to nitpick it like that. You know what I mean? Like this is still really good stuff. Sleep trigger in the back. Is there? Oh, probably right there, huh? On that mat. Oh, sure enough. Yep, you got a sleep trigger in the back. Cool. Okay, well, I want to be able to place this house. That's a nitpick. Let me build that house. Give it to me as an option. I like more placeable object options. That's a nitpick. Just a nitpick. Yeah, barns are all nice. Nice old barns. Nice silage bales, static bales. Imagine you can remove these if you wanted to. If you bought the land. I keep selling the land. I should have tested that. I don't want to ruin my map, though, by selling all this stuff. I love the decorative objects, so I'm going to leave it. Hop in, find out for yourself. That's what I'll go with. Which the garage is. Yeah, I mean, but that's like such a minor thing, though. You know what I mean? And you could always delete the house and build your own house. If it bothers you that bad, you know? It would be a nice thing for him to add in an update. Nice thing to add in an update. So we're back at the main farm. That's basically the tour. I want to see one more thing for myself. Painting textures. Oh, yeah. He gave you plenty of them. Plenty of painting textures here. That's workable. Plants. You're a little lacking on plants. If you have the mod pack that I shared with you guys on the Discord, if you're on PC, add in this pack so you get more plants. That'll set you up nice. Everything is almost exact. I believe it. I believe that this is a very one-to-one of the real thing. Okay, so tour over. We got to build. Sorry, I kind of flew through that tour. I probably missed some stuff. There's probably more. Go in and explore. Go figure it out. See what's there. We're going to delete the decoration. We're going to delete the shed. I might move the house. I haven't decided yet. Definitely removing the silos. Definitely doing that. Definitely removing this one. I am not sure if I'm going to remove this and put it somewhere else or what exactly I want to do. It's kind of in a good spot, though. So I don't know yet. The cow barn, I do think is going to get moved. So I'm going to go ahead and sell it. I do think we're going to put it somewhere else, which is not a big deal. Okay, so that's all that stuff gone. Yeah, I kind of like the house there. Like, it's kind of a good spot for the house. That being said, Does it bother me that the garage doesn't open? Kinda. But wouldn't any of my other houses look good there? Is the question. Kinda size them up. Carriage house would look nice there, wouldn't it? Carriage house would look nice there. Ooh. Put me in a hard spot here because the garage door doesn't open. The Elk Mountain farmhouse would look good there as well, and the garage is all open on it. Man, okay. I'm in a tough spot. I'm gonna remove the house because I have houses that are similar but slightly better. I don't mind static houses. I really don't. I just wish you could open the garage. That if you could open the garage, static houses are fine. That's my one where I draw the line. Let me open the garage door. Right about there. Okay, and then we probably got to cut that one down with a chainsaw, don't we? Or we could do hide, I think. And slow myself down. Yeah, man, welcome in. How you doing, man? Yep. No. Screw that up. Move this tree. Yep, it's gone. Autosave. Let the thing autosave. And there we go. Let's we're gonna leave. No, I don't like the color. I don't like the color. I placed the wrong color. Duh. Okay. Well, at least we have an outline. What color do I want? I haven't done a farm build in so long. White. White would look good. I'm gonna go white. I know it's kind of boring, but it's such an easy color. The brown looks cool too, though. I got tons of houses. I got tons of good houses. I'm gonna go with this one though because it's just such a good one. Deciding color. Brown. I kind of like that color. I'm gonna go with that color. I know it's kind of weird, but I think it's gonna make it nice and homey. And we're gonna delete like a couple of these trees out front just to open up the view a little bit. I'll replace a bunch of them. Don't worry. Hide. I gotta open up my view in front of the house. It does kind of look like, and that's kind of why I was thinking that one when I was thinking about replacing the house. Was like, well, I like this house, but I can do one that's maybe a touch better. Hide this one. Objects hider makes this so much easier. We're gonna remove this one. I kind of like this one. Kind of touching in there. Looks kind of nice. Most of the trees around the back of the house will be fine. They could stay. And we'll change some more things. We'll come in with more decoration. Tony, what's up, man? I was excited for it. Yeah, 1025 will be here sooner than later. I promise. We're getting there. We're getting there. Cool. So that house looks great there. Let's do our silo. I'm not gonna put it in the same spot, I don't think. But I'm not sure exactly what silo I'm going with yet. What do we got? Well, these guys look cool. Not right there, though. I'm going to go... I think I'm going to take advantage of this double driveway. I think we're going to put it, like, right up in here. I kind of like that right there. Probably have to bring some of the land up and do some adjustments there, but that's okay. So let's just grab the... we'll grab the level. Bring the level all the way up, all the way around. Yeah, that looks about right. Cool, I like that. North American trucking, it's a full race of giant town. I will check that out. we'll check that out. All right, cool. There's that. And then let's roll back towards the back. We need to start doing some sheds. I'm going to do a bunch of sheds up in here, I think. But I do kind of want to put, like, maybe a little more distance between the house and the sheds where they start. And I kind of want to do, like, my shop first. But I don't know exactly what color palette I'm going with. I'm half tempted to go, like, white. Oh, that's another one that comes with the map. But you can't change the color on them, I will say that. I wish I could change the color. It could go Lancey's American Shed Pack. I need money. I don't have enough money. Yeah, it can be. It can be. It can have its challenges. You know what? Let's do the big cow shed first because that's going to be... It's going to take up the most room. And I want to make sure I have it somewhere I like it. There it is. We could go... actually, you know, I might go... Do I want the cows that close to the house, though? I'm trying to think logically here. Just make my life a little more difficult. I don't know what this was back here. I totally missed that. That wasn't the... No, that wasn't the horse pen. What was down there? Just some decoration or something? I totally missed it. I might go here. And then we'll probably put the bunker off to the side of it. Oh, slurry pit. Okay. That makes more sense. I need to go remove that tree. Because that might be in my way a little bit. We'll remove... Oh, there's 2 trees there. Hide, yes. Multiple trees here. Or is it one that's poking up through the ground? One odd one. This is kind of left shift H. This one might be a chainsaw. Let me grab the chainsaw. I have the lumberjack mod on, I believe, so steel work. Let's see if we can get this thing to cut. This might be an annoyance, especially since I can't get the hide menu to pop up. Let me do this. So what it is they buried the tree in the ground a little bit. I do wish mappers would avoid that, but it does happen, and I understand why they do it, because it does add a nice level of decoration to a map. Problem is trying to remove it if you're doing a build. Like I said, I totally get it. I just wish that maybe they didn't do it as often as they do. Yeah, this one might just not go. That's kind of annoying. Okay. We'll work around it, though. That's okay. We'll work around it. Just means we have a little less flexibility with the layout on this particular build than I normally do. And now fixing the ground might be an issue. Oh boy. What do we hide there? I'm gonna have to do some fancy stuff to hide that. Okay. Okay, don't panic. Alright. It just means I gotta get creative. Or exit the game and come back in. Forestry tool on a tractor. You think so? Forestry. Forestry. I don't have the... I was hoping I had the... whatchamacallit? No, so? Okay. I'll try it. We'll try it. Enter. Can't I enter? Let me enter my vehicle. Thanks. Oh, there we go. All right, we'll try it. We will try it. I love the way this thing looks anyway. It's kind of a fun machine. Remember how to use it. That's that. Lift. Okay. Get our booties over there. Flood it and ruin my chances of being able to get it out of there. Not acting like it's doing anything, and I'm allowed to drive straight through the tree so it doesn't have collisions. Like, I don't feel like it's actually there. Yeah, no, there's no collisions on that tree. I think that is a fake tree. Are you sure you're able to get rid of it? Yeah, I think it's a fake tree. I'm not gonna lie to you. That. That's the edge of the map, isn't it? Yeah. This thing's placed below the map. Yes, it's actually placed below the... 5 again. Yeah, that's a hard wall there, is what that is. Yeah, I don't think you can get that one out. That sucks. Oh well. We'll hide it. We'll do our best to hide it. We're gonna grab... It's okay. Some mappers do this. Sometimes it's just something you gotta work around. It does leave a little bit of a sour taste in the mouth, though, I will say. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stuff it full of rocks. Is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna work around it. And like that, and then we'll go with some more plants. Let me dig back in here, grab some of these. Now it's a bit of an extra detail for my farm. We'll make the best out of a not great situation. We could even put water in it or something if we wanted to. If we really wanted to get fancy. I might get fancy. I'm feeling it. This build might go long. Terraform and try finding it. I don't think I have Terraform on right now, to be honest with you. Does mean we could do some cool stuff like this. Do the green one. I kind of want the green one. Might add a nice little detail there. Yeah, it's kind of like filled up with water a little bit almost. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. That's okay. Would have restarted map by now? Nah, that looks cool. That looks cool. I kind of like that. It's why I do farm builds, man. Honestly, when I gotta get fancy with stuff, you know. Sometimes you get some of the best results out of it. Okay. Anyway, let's do what we were trying to do to begin with. Back to my cow barn. This one. I do want to leave a path. You don't need to get in this way, right? We're going to have to lose some of the field, which is okay. Like that. Probably should check if I can remove that tree. Go Phillies. Phillies. It's not even the right Pennsylvania team to root for. You can't remove that one. Okay. Okay. Non-removable trees is an issue. That's an issue. I won't lie. It's okay, though. We'll make the best out of it. Yeah, this one's the same way. Okay. Okay. Not a problem. This one's going to be the same way. Yep, not a problem. We're going to work with it. We're going to work with it. This is what I do well. What I do well. We're going to go with silos. We're going to go with a bunker. We're going to drop a bunker like right. Maybe a slightly bigger bunker than that. I'm off angle a little bit. I might have to fix the angle because otherwise it'll bug me. Maybe not that bunker. Maybe. Where's the one? I know I have a good one for this. I want to be able to drive through there, so that one's going to be too wide. Auto save again. That one's going to be too big. We're going to find a good one, though. I'll find a good one. That one looks kind of nice. Might come back to that one. I like that one better than the base game one. Just slightly. Basically the same thing, but... that might be the best one I got. I could go with a fermenting silo, but I kind of want a bunker. Yeah, I want a bunker. Let's do that. That'll work. And then... yeah, we'll just wrap the path back around the backside there. We'll have to open the field back up just a little bit. Just kind of cut the corner a little bit. I'll probably need a path to get around there. And then back up through there. We need to move the barn just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's go back to... sometimes it takes a couple tries getting the placement on these things right. Just kind of depends. Base State Simulations, welcome in, man. I'm doing all right. I am doing all right. Had myself a wonderful time on Alma. If we get it like just right, just perfect. Just right here. Might be able to finagle a tractor like just in between there, without being too close to this side. I think that'll work. Yeah. And then here, I'll show you what my plan is here. We'll run mowing mower back. Oh, sweet, dude. Sweet. Land is not owned by you. Okay, well. Land is not owned by me. Let's go buy the land. That's a huge field. Might as well buy that one too, huh? Buy 9. Buy 3. Screw it, we'll even buy 7. I probably need more money now. And we're good. Mows, mulches, added scoots, box. Oh, sweet. My guy. My guy, you took care of it, huh? Hell yeah, Josh. We'll be here for some wheelman. Yeah, dude. I haven't pre-ordered one yet, but like I still want one, man. I still want one. We do have to cut it a little bit short of that tree, don't we? Yeah. Grab the grass again. Back up through like that. Something like that. Open her up just a touch more. We'll come in with our fancy textures here in a little bit, and then this corner we'll wrap a little tighter. Something like that. And then we need to make just a little more space going off into the field here. Make the tool just a little bigger. I'll cut off about that much of the field. I'll have to get in with a fine-tooth comb here and make sure we get the edge of the field just right. Otherwise we'll have some annoyances there, yeah. Just a like of that, maybe. Go ahead and scoop that corner a little bit. I like that shape just a little better. Doesn't add a ton, but and then something like that. And then we come back in on this side even, and we'll add in more grass. This will be more like that. Like I said, we'll get fancy with the textures here in a bit after we get all the barns down. I don't want to spend too much time on textures right now because it's not the most important part. Jacob? What'd Jacob do? Where'd Jacob? Who's Jacob? Did I miss him? Talking about Josh. Josh getting stuff done. What you talking about? According naturally, you were trying to go. What you talking about, Lucas? Who's Jacob? I don't know Jacob. All right. What you talking about, Lucas? I don't know what you talking about. Call you Willis. What you talking about, Willis? We need a shop. A shop. It's gonna be our main shop. Oh, we could go big. That would look cool. We got the space for it. Let's stick like a big old shop like right here. If we wanted to. There's even a path right there already. Try creating those trees. You can't. I don't know what you're talking about, Lucas. You're all over the place. Slow down. Type up the message. Could go like that. I don't know. I'm deciding on this one. I'm deciding. I'm gonna come back to it. I feel like that's the right one. I want a big shop, but like I don't know that I need one that big. Might be a little excessive. It's a nice shop though. And I would cover most of our shop, like space that we need. We do have the TF barn. We're gonna have to use this somewhere. Even have this one in a TF configuration. I'll have to add that somewhere. What's this one? I haven't even seen that. Oh, I don't see anything. Okay, no problem. He's saying there's a way to delete the tree. I didn't see it, and I'm gonna leave it. I think it looks cool, to be honest with you. I think it adds a little bit of decoration along that path. Even if you can delete it, I think I did well enough to hide it that I'm like cool with it. Is there a map for your home state? Yes, I do have one. Richlands is actually very, very, very close to me. Like within like 10 miles. I know exactly where it's meant to be. Used to drive through there all the time. Let me just shut my AC off. Alright, be cool. Be good. Yeah, without giving like away too much information on where I live, Richlands is very close. And most people won't be able to figure out exactly where Richlands is on a map. I'm gonna go with the big one. I think that looked cool. I think that's our best bet, and it gives us a ton of storage. Absolute pile of storage. Where'd it go? lost it. Actual Bucks County all the time. Yeah, I love Bucks County. That's one of my favorite maps of all time, if I'm being honest with you. This one, provided we get a couple fixes for it, like, let me remove the trees. It might shoot up to be one of my favorite maps of all time. This is nice. This is very nice. Very nice map. I'm deciding how I want to orientate this. So, like, I could go like this, but then the right side door might be kind of awkward. I think I'm going to go like this. I'm going to plop it like right about there. And then fit that into the build. I think that'll be cool. And then I think we're going to go with another smaller shed right here. I forgot to change the color. I don't know what color I want it. Where'd it go? I'll find it again. I spend way too much time on sheds. And red, blue, white. We go with the same color as the house. Same color as the house. It's very close to the same color as the house. I've never done like an orange build. I feel like that'd be kind of weird. I'm just gonna go red. And then I'll kind of match the barn. Do I want to go with this? God, now I'm having second thoughts. Lucas, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, you gotta spell the actual words. I don't know if autocorrect's kicking your butt. I like the orange too. It's really cool. There is way too many good sheds to pick from. Way too many good sheds to pick from. I kind of... So, like, this barn right here makes me think go with more of an older style barn. Which I could do. Have the red barn pack would match up really nicely. Pretty nicely anyway. Especially if you spread them out a little bit. But, like, I kind of want to go with the newer style shed there. Because it would look really cool. It's tough. It's really tough. At this point in the game, we have placeables down so well. There's so many good placeables in this game. This is way more than we ever had in 19 in terms of good ones. I mean, there was tons in 19, don't get me wrong, but like these are good placeables. And amazing modders putting them together. Legacies and the FSG Red Barn packs is a great one. The Lancy Boys sheds. Farmstrong, if you're on PC, has really good ones. The OKU's mods. I mean, the Elk Mountain ones. Oh my god, man. These Elk Mountain ones are so cool for the right build. It's hard for me to not use them. They're all so good. So, that's where I'm stuck. We're going to put this one up. And it's going to be our nice new modern barn. And I'm going to go with the dark red. Because I think it looks cool. If I was to build a barn like this, I think I'd go dark red. And we're going to plop it right there, just like that. And call it a day. Elk's Facebook should be a good, easy way to find him. Jacob Heights, welcome in. Fanatic, what's up, dude? What up, bud? I played up to 19, starting 22. 19 looks impressive. Yeah, the color palette in 22 is much better, but 19 was a good game. It was a really good game. That's where I started YouTube. Was in 19. So what we're gonna do now, just to like blend the new with the old, is we're gonna put up an older barn right here that matches pretty nicely with the one across from it. Like here, I think. Do I need this little barn? Am I ever going to use it? Probably not, but it might be a good spot to stash the 1025, so I'm going to go with it. We're going to go that there, and then we're going to go... this big open area here, I'm probably not going to do a whole lot with that because of the hill. Like, honestly, we have most of the build worked out right now. Let me do some paths here and tidy this all up. I think we got most of the build here. I think we've got a lot of it ready to go. Let me just wipe this path off the face of the earth. Alright. Something like that. We're gonna put new paths in over here. We're gonna do my version of texturing on most of this anyway, so no point in keeping the original texturing. I like my texturing. Not to say that this texturing isn't good. It's pretty good. I like my texture. Red nose. You got me. I'm not good with movies. Not a good movie reference guy. For Ohio State. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rooting for anything else where I live is, especially if you root for blue. I'm not even gonna say the name. That's treason. That'll get you stoned where I'm from. Yeah, let's go with that pathway material. This will lead up like this. And then we'll have a nice pathway coming out of here. Something like this. This is just going to be our base material for our paths. And then we're even going to wrap these two into each other. Something like that. Yeah. Seeing the vision? Penn State. Man, I keep rooting for all the wrong Pennsylvania teams. If you're going to root for Pennsylvania, I guess Penn State's all right. I don't have no beef with Penn State, I guess. We'll go like that. I'll give you a pathway over to there. And then we're going to come out the back here. I do still need to do some major leveling. Come in due time. We're going to go nice and big on that path. I want to make sure I have plenty of room to get the big boys up in here. And then, I'll tell you what we could do. Right over here is going to end up junkyard. Or header storage. That's what that's going to be. I already know it. No. Ohio State owns that division. I don't want to hear nothing else. Let's go like that. OU. It's supposed to be OSU. I'll even dump that little path back over there. Something like that. And then we're going to run just a nice, small, little doodad right there. Not making it too big. Pallet storage. And we will use it like pallet storage. We might even put some sort of silo there. That looks cool. I like that. Containers. Let's do Sooners. It's not even. It's not. No. Get out of here with that crap. Thinking of this guy, like, right. Can I fit that there? Yes, of course it means I need to retexture everything that I just did, though. This guy generally works pretty good for me, so I'm gonna stick with my guns and rock it. Grass back out. The favorite football team, Steelers. Controversial, I know, being from Ohio. And they've been in the dumps lately, so I'll fully admit that. but it's the Steelers. Baseball, I got to go with the Windians. Bengals fan? That's fair enough. If you're going to be an Ohio football fan and you're not going to root for the Steelers, at least root for the Bengals. Don't root for the Browns. That's just wasted time. No, I'm not a Steelers bandwagoner. I've been a Steelers fan my entire life. Eagles. Again, not even the right Pennsylvania football team to root for. Kansas City Chiefs is a fair team to root for. When the Steelers aren't winning, I do enjoy watching the Chiefs. I'm not gonna lie. I like watching Mahomes. He's Mahomes. I don't care what anybody says. That's the best quarterback in the NFL. And it's not even close. And I have a feeling he's gonna end up better than Tom Brady by the time it's all said and done. Okay. That's all looking great. Let's go with... no, I'm not running anhydrous, but, you know, it could look cool in the context of the build. We could stick that, like, right there. That would look kind of nice. Go with... Yeah, I know. Go with that. That looked kind of cool there. There's no way you're saying Hurts is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes after he just beat you in a Super Bowl on 1 foot. There's no way you're saying that, Troy. Like, don't make me do this to you, man. I love Hurts. Hurts is a great quarterback. He's fantastic. Rigged. Oh boy. Oh boy. That diehard of a Philadelphia sports fan, huh? Oh man. All right. I'm not gonna. I won't preach to the delusional. I won't do that to you. I'll let you keep your dignity and walk away now. I'm not biased one bit in this argument. And believe me, we had Ben Roethlisberger. We had, 15 years of good quarterback play. I know what good quarterback play looks like. Some calls not made. I'll take Casey. It's not even Casey over the Eagles. Honestly, the Eagles have had a better team last year. They really did. But they didn't have Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That's why you lost. You didn't have Patrick Mahomes. Been a Bengals fan. Joe Burrow's pretty cool, too. Actually, I would take Burrow over Mahomes. Or over, what the fuck can I talk? Hurts. I'm sorry. Hurts is great, but he's not Mahomes. He's not Burrow. He's not Josh Allen. So let me go ahead and say that too. I'll give Josh Allen a lot of credit. He's a fantastic quarterback as well. You take Allen over ranking. Okay, so Mahomes is obviously first. Obviously first. It's not even up for debate. When you're talking second, between Burrow and Allen is a hell of a debate. That's a hell of a debate. It's one that I can't dig through in a stream. I could go on for hours about it. It depends on what kind of team what your team is made out of, right? Like, what do you have good running back play? Do you need, honestly, both are great in a lot of the same ways. Yeah, what you're often. It really depends on who your OC is, if we're being not completely honest, whether you'd have Burrow or Allen. That's really what it comes down to. Troy with the $4.99 super chat. Eagles versus refs. Eagles screwed themselves in a lot of ways. Let's not drag it out too bad. They screwed themselves in a lot of ways. They really did. Refs won that one, and the refs are gonna win every single time. Sorry to say. That's how that debate normally ends. We're gonna put a fuel tank. We probably shouldn't put it that close to the shop, huh? We'll stick it like down here. Looks like a good spot for a fuel tank. Dream online look like? Oh boy, that's tough. Give me Kelsey at center. I have a hard time with O-line putting together good because there's so many good offensive linemen. Honestly, the Eagles O-line in general is really stout. It's hard to argue with the Eagles O-line. It's easier for me to pick a team's O-line than it is for me to pick specific players to fill in a line. Yes, there's so many freaking greats. There's so many freaking greats that that's a hard answer. So give me Jason Kelsey at center. I know that much. Dream defensive line. Oh, that's tough too. Again, I could go forever on that. If we're talking like all time, I mean, just give me the old Ravens D line. That's an easy answer, right? If we're just picking a team, right? Hell, the steel curtain. I'll take the steel curtain. Bonus points if you know what I'm talking about. Phillies over Orioles in the World Series. I haven't paid enough attention to baseball this year to make a World Series prediction. I haven't paid enough attention. Steel curtain's a solid answer. It's always a solid answer. I don't think the steel curtain will ever be a bad answer for that question. Pressure washer. We can stick that right in front of the shop. I want this Carter HDS. That look good to me. Yeah, it looks good. Center it. Dingy. Looks pretty center. That's cool too. I like that one a little bit better. I could go way overkill on a lot of this stuff, but like I don't want to go way overkill on this farm build. I kind of want it to be simple, like it is. I feel like this is a nice layout. I feel like it's going to be easy to navigate. I think I'm pretty happy with it, just about like that. It's time to decorate. It's time to do the fancy stuff. Let's do. So you have options, right? You can junkyard here. Probably junkyard here if you wanted to. I don't want to overly junkyard though, because I want this build to be fairly nice. There's some older buildings, but like I want to keep it fairly nice. Let's go. We're gonna stick a bunch of calf igloos over here, just along the outside wall. Don't have to be in operation or anything like that, but. I do wish you could set these up to be being used. That would be cool. I want a calf mod in general. That would be dope. That's something FS25 needs to add is calves and babies. Well, babies. Even if they provide you little benefit. That's something we had with seasons before FS22 came out, and I feel like we downgraded with the new seasons, but there's the FS, the TF sign. Tractor brand am I? I'm not a tractor brand particular guy. Let me say that. There is a mod hub for PC? Oh, really? Huh. I'll have to dig into that. Because that would be nice. That would be very nice. I wouldn't say, like, if I have to pick a tractor brand, if you're going to make me, I'm going to say Challenger, actually. I think they look really cool, and specifically the older Cat Challengers were my favorite. And that's a lot of what I use in game. White. I've driven with several whites in my time. I like white a lot. White tractor's a nice thing. That was Josh that did that. Josh that did that for me. Put a little swing in the front yard there. Looks nice. Looks nice. Maybe a little playground for the kiddos over here. Or maybe another one of these little trees, maybe. Playground there. Move both of these. Might be able to put a pool over here. We'll see. See if we can fit a pool in. Add a little side yard there. Ford or Chevy? Ford. I'm a Ford guy. Drive a Ford Ranger. One of the new ones. Truck before that was an F-150. Come from a Ford family. And I legitimately did a lot of shopping around before I bought both of my previous trucks and decided that the best deal you could get was on a Ford truck. I think the price to performance to features is unmatched by anyone else right now. I don't think anybody else is even close. I think Chevys are more expensive for less features. I think Dodge is more expensive for more features, but if you don't need that, then why buy it? Does that make sense? And me personally, I don't need that. If I was going to buy a truck to haul hotshot, right, I would probably buy a Dodge. I'm not going to lie to you. I think they're best suited for that kind of work. But if you don't need that kind of work done, then why spend that kind of money? Why would you? I think about things like that practically. If it's a vehicle I'm going to drive every day, all day, or even if it's not every day, all day, you know, my daily driver, I'm picking a Ford. It just makes the most sense. The interiors are nice. The Dodge interiors right now are nicer. I will fully admit that. The Chevy interiors are way worse than the latest Ford interiors. I'll say that. I've sat in both. Was not impressed by the Chevy as much. Just wasn't for me. We're gonna replace that right there. I don't know. I know I don't need it. I'm going way overboard on details on this one. I can already tell. Got a little picnic table over there. That's cool. That's nice. I like that. Do we have a grill on the back deck? We don't have a grill on the back deck. We need a grill. Find me a grill. Too old for the older trucks. Yeah, well, and if you start digging into older generations, start at like 2000, right? If I'm starting at 2000, I would probably pick the Chevy from the era. I think I'd pick the next generation Chevy as well. You get to 2010, and I'm going to say the Ford was by far the best, and it wasn't even close. You get beyond that, then it starts to get into value for money debates, and it's hard to compare. Full Toyota and Honda for reliability. See, I used to be on that bandwagon of really liking Toyota, but in recent years, they're getting just too expensive for the reliability debate to hold up. I think they're great trucks, but I mean you're getting into, if you want a Tacoma, right? You're talking $60,000 for a truck, and that's insane for what a Tacoma is. My Ranger was 42 fully loaded. You know what I mean? Why would you buy the Tacoma? And if you're getting into fully loaded Tacoma, you might even get into the 65, 70 range, and that's insane. That's not worth that much money. I'm sorry. It's just not. I like the Gladiator. I think it's overpriced. I do. It's very capable, don't get me wrong. It's in the class, it's the most off-road capable vehicle, but if you want the second most off-road capable vehicle, which is the Ford Ranger Tremor, which is what I have, is $20,000 cheaper. Just saying. I'd say that kills the debate, right? I mean, if you have to have the most off-road capable vehicle, then sure, the Gladiator's great, but if you don't need that, you don't really need a convertible pickup truck, which I would venture to guess 99% of people don't need a convertible pickup truck, then why spend that much money on it? Yeah, for cruising, it's cool. And it's definitely not the best towing truck in the class. It's not even close. The best towing truck in the class, I believe, is the new Colorado, but the Ranger's still in second. And before this generation, the Ranger was in first, so, and it wasn't really much of a debate. Ranger tows 7,500 pounds stock. My old F-150, which was a 2013 F-150, had the EcoBoost, and it towed 7,250 pounds. So my Ranger tows more, and it's a smaller truck. And that was a V6 with twin turbo versus a 4-cylinder with a single turbo. And I have towed more with it, and it is nicer to tow with. Much easier on the pulling power. You feel like you have way more power, for sure. That'll work. Watch it. Wow. Tremor package for your Ranger. No, the Tremor doesn't make any difference for towing. The Rangers in general, as a whole, all tow 7,500 pounds. That's across the board. The new generation Ranger, after you get into 23, I'm not sure on that. I believe they did go up a little bit. The Ram Rebel is a beast. Ram Rebel is a beast. It's a lot of money, though. It's not bad for price to performance, though, if you're going that route with it. I already have those. Don't need those. Why do we have houses with front doors now and nobody's going to the front door? Off in the back. Yeah. This house in particular, I probably would want my packages dropped off in the back, but. The Tremor adds a lot of off-road goodies. You get Fox shocks, you get 32-inch tires from the factory on a Ranger. Keep that in mind. So almost, it's like a 32 and a half even. It's not even a true 32. It's almost a 33. You get trail control. You get it's actually smaller rims, Josh, believe it or not. It's the same rims as the Raptor from the previous generation. Exact same rims. You get full skid plates. You get side steps that are attached in such a way that they would make a fairly good slider. You get there's way more to it. Diff locks front and rear. You get auxiliary switches on the dash that can be wired up to auxiliary lights if you want. Use your bed for... yes. I use my bed more than I tow with it. Way more. Yes, the Dodge does need to bring back the Dakota, and they need to put a freaking 5.7 Hemi in it again, because that was genius. And give it like an actual Hemi, not a detuned freaking weird Hemi. Because they would have a towing beast on their hands if they did. Set it up with a nice axle in the back and solid brakes. It'd make some money. I'm just saying. 5.7s are no. Yes, they are. They are no more. Put the 3.6 in it. Dodge really needs to step up their engine game. I'm just saying. They are so far behind right now in the engine department on everything that like it's not even funny at this point. The 3.6 Pentastar. Are we kidding? Are we still rocking with the 3.6 Pentastar in every single thing? Come on, guys. It's 2023. Should have never made the Challenger. I mean, they got to go with what's modern at the time, right? So, like, I get it. The thing is they can't sell enough of them, right? The thing is the economy's so shot that nobody's buying them. So it's easy to argue that yes, they shouldn't do electric, but the thing is they have to do electric if you want crazy stuff like the Hellcat motor in the TRX. You know what I mean? To meet emission standards as a company, they have to do stuff like that. And if nobody's buying the product anyway, then well, why keep fighting with it, right? It was going to happen eventually anyway. It sucks. It really sucks. I agree, but the thing is like I understand from a company's perspective why they would do that. It makes total sense. V8s are disappearing. It does suck. I will miss the sounds of V8s, but I'll also say that my 4-cylinder turbo will probably smoke most stock V8s. Like a stock Charger, stock Challengers, probably going to get smoked on my truck. I'm just saying. And that's because the Ranger uses the same motor out of the Ford Fiesta ST, so. Or not the Fiesta, the Focus ST, back when that was a thing. Come line up. Your C5 will smoke me. That's different. Where I'm not talking performance V8s. I'm talking like a stock Dodge Challenger with a V8. Or stock Dodge Charger with a V8. You know, the little detuned like 320 horse. Mine will smoke that. Absolutely will smoke that. True to body style, Ford did with the Mustang. Yeah, I mean the thing is they shouldn't have called it the Mustang Mach-E, right? Like that's where Ford screwed up on that project. If they'd have called it anything else, call it just the Mach-E, right? People wouldn't think that about it. You know what I mean? They shouldn't have done yeah. You know what I mean. Scat Pack Challenger. Yeah. Yeah, that's fast. 750 fast. Felix 2022 is based off. It's not really based off of anything. I showed you guys pictures in Discord of that brand new C8 I got to take a ride in the one day, didn't I? You see those, Josh? My dad was swinging through one time, calls me, hey, come outside. I go outside, don't see nothing. All of a sudden I just hear it coming up the hill, and it was just like guttural V8 sound from down the hill, and it's like, okay, that's probably my dad. Sure enough, he pulls up in this freaking nice dark gray, black rims, brand new C8. Guess a doctor buddy of his down at the bar left it overnight, and my dad was in charge of babysitting it, which was quite cool. That was quite cool. That C8 was... the interior was freaking beautiful. Let me just say that right off the bat. Like, absolutely Beautiful interior. The exterior was gorgeous. The sounds were amazing inside the car too. And I mean, the engine's right behind your head. Like, it doesn't get any louder than that. In terms of normal cars you can buy. I say normal very loosely there, $100,000 car, but that was amazing. And when I tell you this thing was like one of the smoothest cars I've ever been in terms of like ride quality, I'm not lying. Like, going over bumps and stuff, you couldn't tell. It's got that magnetic ride and all that magnetic suspension stuff. It's amazing. It's truly amazing what they're getting out of those cars. There's a corner coming up out of my town that I live in. It's a 45-mile-an-hour corner at best in my truck. You gotta slow way down for it. We went around this corner doing like 74 or something like that, 75. It was quick. Handled like nothing I've ever been in. Probably the closest I'll get to riding around like a Lamborghini. It was impressive. It was impressive. I'm trying to think like what else to decorate with. I can't think of much. I think we'd like damn near have it right now. I could probably add like another little shed here, maybe. '67 GT500, that would be awesome. Chevy does right, yeah. We drove 69 RT Charger with my phone. Really? That's awesome. I would like to go for rides. All of those cars you just listed. That would be cool. I have to let out some more. Yeah. Yeah, I think we got the Corvette up to like 112 or something like that, and it was on a really bad back road. We should not have been going that fast in somebody else's car, but it was fun. Well, and then my dad was telling me he got it back to his buddy, and his buddy's like, "Man, you only got it to 112 because he's got like a thing on his phone or whatever." He could see it, and he was like giving my dad a hard time for only going that fast. It was quite a different experience. Car records it. Yep. Car knows everything at this point. You can't hide from the technology at this point. I'm gonna put this guy here as like a little bail barn or something. I kind of want something like maybe a little bit bigger though. I kind of like that white color though. Oh, I've been way faster than 112 myself too. I've had my truck up to 132 or something like that. But, and then my uncle back in the day had a 2000. No, it was a 90. No, it would have been a 2002, which would have been the newer body style Mustang GT. And we had that up to like 144 or something like that. That was fast. Once you get above like 100, I'd say like 130, like that's fast. Sure, let's modernize the Blazer for yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Chevy was doing with the Blazer. That was bad. That was bad. They should not have called it the Blazer. And then Ford's got the Bronco, and it's a Bronco, man. It's a Bronco. I tell you, I wish I had 60 grand to spend on a vehicle. I'd buy a Bronco. I want one of the new Broncos bad. I know not everybody's in love with the way they look. I think they look fucking awesome, especially with the Sasquatch package on it. Not the baby Bronco, not the Bronco Sport. At least they called it the Bronco Sport. I mean, it is fairly off-road capable, so like at least there's that, right? But I'm gonna go with this one. I'll tell you what, we're even gonna do two. We're gonna go this one And then we'll even do this one. Just to help make it work slightly better for us. Maybe? Nah. Oh, we could do these two. That would fit up nice. You can kind of almost slot them into each other. I really like the new Broncos. Yeah. 100K. I don't mind the Sport. It's fine. It's just a Ford. What's the SUV? It's the like regular SUV. The Explorer, or the not the Explorer. What can I think of it? Yeah, whatever it is. Basically the same thing as the other Ford SUV in the lineup, the little one. It's the exact same thing underneath. It's all the same. The new Bronco, the big Bronco with the Sasquatch package is a pavement princess. Oh boy. Have you seen them compared to Jeeps off-road? If you're talking the big Bronco's a steel frame. The big Bronco's steel frame. Might be aluminum body, but it's a steel frame. The baby Bronco, yeah. If you want to criticize that, sure. But the big Broncos, it's basic. It's on the same frame as the Ranger that I have. And to say that frame is... You must be talking the baby Bronco. Because the big Bronco did not do an aluminum frame. It might have like an aluminum subsection part of a frame, but... No, the big Broncos are steel frames. Because it's literally the same platform as the Ranger that I have. It's the J7 platform or whatever it is. It's the exact same platform. Like Chevy used to do with the K platform and the G platform and all that kind of stuff. It's the exact same thing. Talking the Excursion replacement. No, I'm talking the big one. Talking the Bronco. The Jeep competitor. Do you guys have those in Canada yet? You should have those in Canada, right? Sure, you've seen them. Excursion replacements, the Expedition. Yeah, those are steel frame too. The Bronco for sale here. It shouldn't be. Like I said, it's so what they did, Keith, is they took that Ranger platform, which was sold globally, right? Australia and all that, right, was like some of the main buyers in South America. That Ranger platform, and then they modified it slightly for the Bronco. And it's the exact same frame and almost the exact same style suspension setup. With some slight modifications to be able to fit 35s and all that. And then some slight body raisers between the frame and the body, so that way the body sits higher up off the frame so you can fit bigger tires or whatever. All that. Full body lift, basically, is the way the platform works between the two. Which is to say it's a damn good platform that's tried and true, proven overseas and everywhere else for the past several years at this point. And then the new Ranger's actually even on the same platform still. They're keeping that platform around. And I'm sure the next generation Bronco will probably be on a very, very similar form of the platform. It's just like the F-150's on basically the same platform it's been on for a couple years now, or for several years now. Like I mean, Ford will tell you, obviously, they changed it massively between generations, but let's be honest here, it's mostly the same thing. Ranger's here, so, yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. So the Ranger and the Bronco platform are the exact same. And they even do some of that, some of the manufacturing for those platforms in Ohio is the reason I know so much about it. And the factory I work for provides the torque converters for both. And the engines between the two aren't much different either. Especially the new engines are, and then the new Ranger are almost the exact same options as you'd get in the Bronco. It's very similar. Trucks here went back to steel bodies. I think they're going more aluminum than you would think for the body. Chevy added a ton of aluminum to the body. Tailgate, the hood, all that stuff's all aluminum now. Same with Dodge. It's got a lot of aluminum now too. Doors, I think, on the Dodge are aluminum. Everybody's going aluminum. Everybody made fun of Ford for doing aluminum at first, but now everybody's doing it, so it's wild how that works, isn't it? Remember when Chevy had the ad campaign about that? And actually, last I heard, the new Chevy actually has more aluminum in it than the new Ford. So, of course, they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to advertise it, especially after making fun of Ford for all those years for it. But remember the Chevy commercials? Those are hilarious, honestly. Were hilarious. And Ford did learn their lesson in some areas, like the tailgates. I think Ford mostly does much more reinforced aluminum tailgates. Push trucks are now steel. Yeah, maybe put the skins off. I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of them going to aluminum. And really, what it is anywhere you have a joint with your aluminum, you need to gusset it. And Ford learned their lesson on the first generation aluminum truck to gusset the hell out of it instead of just gusseting it. It's especially on a truck platform where it's going to be exposed to extra stuff like that, and that'll avoid a lot of the issues of like peeling and stuff like that. Instead, now it's just going to scratch and dent. It's aluminum versus steel is such an overrated thing to me. I don't see any problems with aluminum for the most part. Obviously, it depends on your application and how you're doing it, but if you engineer it properly, which some companies are better at than others, aluminum's a perfectly fine option for vehicle panels. Red Garage looks like you made it into a tow company. I probably could, but that's the 1025R parking right there. Durability thing for the bed mostly. Yeah, and you'll find that most companies are still doing steel on the base of the bed and tailgates, like I said, or very, very much so reinforcing the tailgates. And honestly, if you think about it, most people are rhino lining their truck beds anymore anyway, and if you don't, then you're a dumbass, basically. Unless you don't mind the look of torn up paint in the bed of your truck, which I know some people don't agree with, but funny, I would not install Snowblade on an aluminum frame. Keith, I think you're mixing it up. Not very many trucks have an aluminum frame. Not very many. And especially not in forward collision areas where you would put a snowplow. You wouldn't want to do that. I don't know of any that are aluminum frame. Maybe subcomponents of the frame where like you'll have a box section come off for support for engine mounts, maybe, you know. But even then, they specifically engineer things like that for crash protection. You want to crumble, right? Not be crumbled as the driver. No, I've tried it. Yeah. I don't know of very many pickup trucks that have any sort of aluminum frame. Outside of, like I said, subframe components. Started looking at the Maverick truck. The Maverick's pretty cool. I don't think it's enough capability for me, personally. I think the 4-foot bed's a little too small. Really, that's my one complaint with Ranger is it's only a 5-foot bed. I would rather have the 6-foot bed because I use the bed so often. But it's still a pretty usable bed, at least. The Maverick, you're getting into the territory of the bed might be a little too small for most truck users. For a car user, if you're coming from like a Honda Civic or something, abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Buy a Ford Maverick over a Honda Civic any day of the week, and 1,000%. I mean, even the hybrid model. I mean, that's pretty good gas mileage, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to argue with that. What is it, 37 or 38 miles to the gallon or whatever out of the Maverick hybrid? All the holes and stuff. I do remember that. Ford had tried that at one point. I can't remember if they tried it on the heavy-duty trucks at all or not. I want to say I don't think they did. I think they stuck to solid steel frame construction on all of the heavy-duty stuff, but could be wrong there. On the 250 and lighter, okay, that makes sense. I could see him doing that. I mean, if you're using an F-150 to plow anyway, you're probably using the wrong truck. I mean, even a Chevy 1500 to plow is the wrong truck. From being unbrand biased, a Ram 1500 is probably the wrong truck. Frame system pulling trailers. I don't remember any of that happening, but I do remember the Chevy Colorado specifically having issues with bending in freaking half trail riding. I don't remember Ford in particular having any issues with twisted frames or bent frames. At least not here in the States. I remember catastrophic bending in the Colorado, the recent generation Colorado, outgoing Colorado, I should say. Have seen that. I've seen that in person even, actually. And the guy wasn't even jumping or anything like that. He was just trail riding, got caught in a weird angle, and straight up bent the frame. Some of those in there. Say I have a good life. Yeah, I have a great life. I wish I, was a little richer, had maybe a little better job. Sure. And I hate working second shift. That sucks, but, Colorado and Kansas. Yeah. Yes, they were awful for it. And Chevy tried acting like it wasn't anything and never issued a recall. So, there's that. By the way, if you're looking for a reason to hate on Chevy some, let's go back to the 2019 Chevy truck family and go through the recalls. And then go ahead and compare that to the Ford of the same year. And I rest my case. No, Chevy's still on the Colorado name. And I don't think there's any plans to reopen the S10 brand name. As far as I know. They're on the Colorado Canyon name. for their mid-sized truck class. And nobody has a light truck other than Ford with the Maverick. If you're talking like the ultralight truck class, which is what you'd consider like an S10 or the old Ranger, right? Let me go ahead and give you a quick comparison. So like if you were to sit my truck, which is a 2021 Ford Ranger, park it next to a 2000 Ford F-150, they are identical in size. The newer trucks are just bigger, right? So what is now the mid-size truck used to be the full-size truck. And the towing capacities even reflect that, even going beyond what the old numbers used to be. Now, if you're comparing full-size trucks now, they're, I would say for the most part, even into the territory of what used to be an old F250 series or 2500 series. Trucks now are just bigger. They all are. Maybe not always comparable to a 250. Certainly not like what used to be like the V10 model or whatever. Chevy had the big 8-cylinder or the 8-liter or whatever. Dodge had a V10. It's hard. You can't really compare an F-150 to that, you know. But I mean, they all are bigger generally. Now, at this point, they have reached their maximum size. They're not going to get much bigger. I mean, towing capacity numbers will continue to go up, but what we're getting, like, generation to generation, you're seeing, like, you know, maybe 100, 200 pounds more towing capacity. It's not as drastic as it used to be. Unless there's major engine changes, which, like, when Ford brought back the 7.3, but as a gas motor, that was a huge advancement. Now you are seeing the 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque number being broke, which is crazy to see, but 1,000 foot-pounds of torque out of a pickup truck is insane. But pay way too much money for what you get. Yes, but I also, there's parts of that I disagree with depending on what you buy. They're all overpriced, but I don't think they're all junk. I don't think they're all junk. I think you get a lot of interior quality where you didn't before, if that matters to you. If it doesn't matter to you, then, I mean, that's your preference, right? But if you're comparing, so a brand new Ford F350 off the lot with a 6.7 diesel in it, let's compare that to a 2000s F350 with a 7.3. Way more power, just as reliable, way nicer interior. In my opinion, honestly, the looks are the same. Maybe slightly more in the new one's favor, less cheap plastics, less junk chrome. Like, you guys remember what kind of chrome I'm talking about back in the 2000s, you know, flake off and peel off. That doesn't happen anymore. That's gone. Faded plastics are way less common. If you're talking like in terms of stuff like that, like I think the newer stuff is generally higher quality, but it does cost too much money. I think we've gone beyond the price to I'm going to say the price to performance ratio is higher than it should be. Does that make sense? I think we're paying too much money for the trucks that we're getting. That's not to say we're getting bad trucks. I just think they're too much money for most people. Used to buy a truck, now you're basically buying a car with boxes. I can't agree with that. Because if you compare an 88 Chevy pickup to a brand new Chevy pickup, you're getting a much nicer pickup now than you used to. You're getting a lot of truck for your money. Now, to be fair, back then you used to get a crap ton of truck for your money because trucks were cheaper and the economy was different. The economy right now is just so out of whack that everything is outrageous, right? It's not just trucks, it's everything. That's just byproduct of the world being what the world is at the moment. But it's hard for me to say that old trucks are just always better than new trucks. I understand the mentality behind it, but if you actually drive the newer trucks and they're quiet, they're comfortable, they're a daily driver that can do a lot of things, and they can tow way more than they ever could before. They can... It used to be for work, for not for life. Right, and that's true. But now people don't buy them for work. People buy them for luxury. That's the difference, right? People didn't used to buy... If you wanted a nice vehicle to drive around in before you used to buy a car, now you could buy a truck and you have just as much luxury as you used to have, actually way more, and you get the same functionality that you used to before, actually way more. And the price is reflective of that. Does that make sense? I get what you're trying to say, but like at the same time, trucks are even more capable of work now than they used to, and you don't spend, if you're talking... Okay, so let me say this, Keith. I agree in the sense that base model trucks need to be cheaper. Absolutely. Can you throw a yard of gravel in a box now? Yes, you can. Would you throw it in there? No. Would you have thrown it in there before? Yeah, if you wanted to chip up your paint. Does that make sense? Is that a fair comparison? I can go get a yard of gravel, put in the box of my truck right now. And it's bed lined, and I would do that. I wouldn't have it just dumped in there. I'd probably have him tell the guy, hey, nice and easy on me now. It's, you know, $40,000 truck, and I'd rather not beat the hell out of it, but I mean, it was completely different economic times when those trucks were being created before. You know what I mean? Things are just so much different now to what they used to be. All the brands do offer a work truck package, but the work truck packages are still too expensive. You're in the 50 grand mark for a work truck. I mean, how quickly... You guys got me on a tangent now. This is the problem with the truck market. Let's go trucks. Let's go Silverado HD. Say I want a serious truck. I want a 3500. Let's go with the 2024 Silverado 3500 HD. I want a straight up work truck. I do not care about anything else. I want regular cab long bed. I want to be able to use it for work. This right here, this $47,000 price tag, that's the problem. That's where we need to get... They need to get them cheaper. Now, that being said, the standard equipment is still better than it used to be. They just need to offer less equipment than they used to. Go with the WT. We're getting a 6.6 gas. If I want full-wheel drive, obviously I'm adding even more money. I mean, it's the same as it used to be. If you want the 6.6 with a 10-speed automatic, you're at $62,000. This right here is the problem. $11,000 for the engine and the transmission. No, I'm sorry, $11,000 for the engine and a different torque converter. That's the problem. They're charging too much money for the options. If we go to a two-wheel drive and single rear wheel, we can get it down to $47,000 in a gas configuration. Now, to be fair, let me quickly see what the stats on this are. On this 6.6 gas motor. Mechanical. You're getting 401 horsepower, 464 pound-foot of torque in the base model engine. C5 Corvette horsepower and torque. You're getting 350 foot-pounds of torque and 345 horsepower. So you're getting more horsepower and torque in this truck engine than you used to get out of a C5 Corvette. Let's even go to the C6, just for comparison here, because I'm on it, right? 505 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Now you're finally over. You're just barely over the torque number. You're 100 horsepower over the horsepower number. Yeah, obviously the weight difference, right? But this is a 6.6 liter gas engine. It's for all intents and purposes, I mean, it's a hell of an engine. Let me just say that. Like, and what's the towing number on this? Let me say that too. Give me a towing number. Probably not gonna tell me. Or we'll plus time to end the stream, but I think we're gonna end up working on this next week because I'm in a conversation mode now. 2024 Silverado 3500 two-wheel drive 6.6 gas towing. So this is a complete towing charge. So even in the 6.6 gas on the 3500, the crew cab, that's the crew. We want the regular cab long bed 373 axle. You are getting 14,500 pounds of towing. Let's just pick name me a year. 395. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, the amount of horsepower you're getting out of these modern engines and torque you're getting out of these modern engines and the reliability you're getting out of these modern engines is pretty impressive. That's not always true for the reliability part. I do understand that, but let me say 2007 Chevy, because this is such a highly touted engine and everybody loves it, right? 6.6 Duramax towing. I'm going back to 2007. This is a form. The Duramax in 2007 could only tow 13,000 pounds. This is the 2500 series. I do apologize. I went too low. £16,500 pounds. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could have bought a Duramax back in 2007 that could tow the same as the gas can now. Like, the capabilities in these new trucks are truly different than what they used to be. And you have a backup camera, and you have safety features and airbags and crumple zones, and yes, it's a lot more money, but if you don't want to spend that much more money, just buy the old truck. That's you know, you're getting a lot more for the money. That's what I'm getting at. You're paying more money and you're getting more with your money. That's the end of my tangent. Yeah, I'm happy with the farm build for now. We'll come back to it next week. Monday we will continue modding. Pull house off foundation. Sure, but it still has brand new 2023, just like I just showed you, has that much more horsepower, and it can still tow. Got buy a base vehicle. Yes, again, I agree. They need to make the base model cheaper. They need to make a. But the problem is government regulations are the problem with that, not the truck manufacturers, because the government requires now you have a backup camera, it requires you have crumple zones, it requires you have airbags, it requires you have all this stuff that you didn't have to have before, and it costs more money. And the economy's fucked. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Kind of just stuck. They gotta do what they gotta do. Do they still charge too much money? Yes, and that's why the union is currently on strike right now, because they get to charge too much money and the workers don't get to make any more money. Bumpers are optional. Not sure what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. That's the end of it. I'm out of here. I'm going to bed. You all have a good evening, guys. I will see you guys Monday.